Hello there, Pajama Grandma, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. In case you haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below. Then I know it's the first time you are being exposed to the Pajama Grandma. Today is day 199. I'm getting kind of excited, as that means tomorrow is day 200. 200 days in a row of going live on Facebook and sharing one thing a day that scares me. I'm doing one thing a day that scares me from the book, Do One Thing a Day That Scares You. It's a journal type book about stretching your comfort zone, doing something every day. And it just, some days it's a big thing, most days it's a little thing, but something to open my mind, broaden my horizons, think differently, or just do a little something to move me toward what it is that I want in my life. This year, beginning of this year, I was in kind of a rut. Okay, not kind of a rut, total rut, total rut. And my daughter found this book on my bookshelf and said, "Hey, Mom, cool book," which is code for, "Hey, Mom, you're in a total rut. You better do something to get out of it. What are you going to do? How about if you do one thing a day, a little thing a day?" And since I was scared to do Facebook Lives and the beginning of January, I challenged myself as one of the first things to stretch my comfort zone to do a Facebook Live to share what I was learning and what the lesson was for each day to stretch your comfort zone so that other people could stretch their comfort zone too. I don't want it to just be about me, although if it's just about me, guess what? I get to grow for 365 days. But if you join me, you get to grow too. You get to achieve and have and do and be whatever you want too. So today is a sayings day. Love the sayings days because I can actually read them. Handy dandy magnifying glass says, "Great things are done when men and mountains meet." Now I had to think about this one for a minute, and maybe not a whole minute, but for a couple seconds, because I'm like, okay, great things are done when men and mountains meet. Well, what does that mean? What does it mean to me? Because whenever we hear something or see something or encounter something new, we have to ask ourselves, well, what does that mean to me? Because that's the only thing that really matters. It only really matters what it means to you. So what does when men and mountains meet mean to me? Well, it means when because I could be the man or men, when I am working toward a goal or a dream or a destination or a mountaintop or a big dream or a challenge, it could be a little challenge or a big challenge, when I'm working toward that, when I meet up with that, that is when great things happen. That is when anything happens. If I'm just la-di-da-di-da and going through my life, you know, maybe good things will happen, maybe they won't, but I'm just going with the flow and going through my life. Great things aren't going to happen usually when I'm just randomly going through my life. But it's when I'm faced with a challenge or an obstacle or a desire, a dream, or a goal, or a problem that I have to make a change, that I have to do something and experience something different to have great things happen. And often, as frustrating as it might seem, the little obstacles and the little frustrations that pop up in our life are just here to show us something. And they're usually just here to show us that we can overcome anything that we're faced with. We can actually get through just about anything. I mean, when I think about the things that I didn't think I could do that I've already accomplished, it's kind of mind-boggling. I mean, I actually was dead, and I'm still here talking to you. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, if I can die yet still be here, what else is possible? You know, pretty much anything, right? So all the little things that come up that I'm afraid of, what the heck am I afraid of? I've already survived the vast majority of human beings' number one fear. I've already been there and done that. So what else is there that can really faze me? It shouldn't be anything, right? And if anything is, it's just little old belief patterns that play in our heads over and over and over again. Guess what? I can get rid of those anytime too. And so can you. So I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, you know, here's one. I remember I was driving I had an interview, a job interview. This was a long, long time ago, back in, oh my gosh, probably the 1990s. Woohoo! That was a long time ago. I'm driving to a job interview, and we had a blizzard. And the company I was interviewing with was actually, on a good day, about an hour from where my house was. at least an hour, I would say. And so I'm going for this interview. We have a blizzard. I am driving. I get about 10 miles from my house, and we're talking whiteout blizzard. And it had already taken me over an hour to drive that. And I had left 2 hours earlier or so, but I knew at that point that there was no way I was making it on time for my interview. So I pulled off, found a phone, because I don't think I had a cell phone back in the 1990s. I know I didn't. Or I might have had a pager or something, but I don't think I had a cell phone back then. So I remember pulling off, finding a phone, and calling ahead and saying, listen, we're in a blizzard. There is no way I'm making it on time. Should I come in still? I'm coming, but it's very slow progress. Or should I not? And the lady interviewing me is like, oh, yeah, whenever you get here, everybody else is having a hard time getting in today, too, so nobody's here on time. Go ahead and just come in. Well, I ended up getting that job, which is kind of mind-boggling to me, because how often can you show up 2.5 hours late for a job interview and actually get the job and get the job offer? It was an awesome job, too. Only stayed a few years, but that's because I outgrew the job. And once you outgrow a job, got to move on. So all the things that we think we can't do and all the obstacles that we overcome. Now, if I had just turned around and not called, or if I had looked out the window and said, oh my gosh, we're having a blizzard, I'm not going there today, what would have happened? Nothing. I wouldn't have gotten that job. But because I went, because I called, because I made the effort to get to where I needed to go, because I faced that mountain and drove over it in a snowstorm, I got that job. And that's how everything ends up being for us and for our lives. It's always when we're faced with something that seems insurmountable, that seems like a challenge, it seems like it's a mountain that we have to climb, that we find out what we're really made of, and that we do what we have to do to achieve what it is that we want to achieve. So that is the Daily Scare Show today. It is actually by William Blake. I forgot that. Gotta have my magnifying glass for that. So William Blake, and then it says, mountain I met today. So what mountain or obstacle or challenge or little bump in the road are you going to meet today, and how are you going to rise above it and be who you're really meant to be? That's it. Have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow with another Daily Scare Share. Day 200. I'm really stoked. I don't know why, but I'm super excited about day 200. Bye.